My name is Paul Johnson. I'm 48 years old. And 5 years ago, something that shouldn't exist saved my family's lives. I know how that sounds. Believe me, I know. I'm an engineer, a rational person. I deal in facts, measurements, calculations, things that can be proven. But I also know what I saw, what I heard, what happened in those woods. And I know that my wife and 3 children are alive today because something intervened, something massive, something intelligent, something that chose to protect us when it could have simply let nature take its course. This is that story, and it's a story I've told very few people, because some truths are too important to share carelessly. August 2019. My family had been doing the same camping trip every summer since 2011. It was tradition, sacred tradition. 2 weeks in the northern Idaho forests, near the Canadian border. Just the 5 of us. Me, my wife Michelle, and our 3 kids. Tyler, who was 16, Emma, who was 13, and Lucas, our youngest, who was 7. No phones, no internet, no distractions. Just family time, campfires, hiking, fishing, the kind of connection you can't get anywhere else. We'd been going to the same general area for 8 years, knew it well, comfortable, safe, or so we thought. But in August 2019, we decided to try something different. Mix it up a little. The kids were getting older, wanted more adventure, something new. We were at the ranger station getting our permit when a park ranger mentioned an isolated clearing. About 15 kilometers from the main trail, near a pristine creek called 3 Forks. Perfect spot, he said. Beautiful, quiet. Just that nobody really goes there anymore. Too remote for most people. I saw that as a bonus. More privacy, more authentic wilderness experience. Sounds perfect, I told him. We'll take it. Michelle was uncertain. 15 kilometers off the main trail? That's pretty far, Paul. What if something happens? We'll have the satellite phone, emergency beacon. We'll be fine. This is what we wanted, real wilderness. So we hiked in. Took us most of a day with the kids and all our gear. But when we got there, it was worth it. The clearing was beautiful. Meadows surrounded by old-growth forest. Creek running clear and cold along one edge. Mountains visible in the distance. Dad, this is amazing, Tyler said, already scouting the best tent spots. Emma was less enthusiastic. It's kind of creepy, so isolated. What if a bear comes? That's why we have bear spray and bear bags for our food. We'll be fine, Em. Trust me. Lucas was 7 and fearless, already running toward the creek. Can we fish? Can we swim? Tomorrow, buddy. Tonight, we set up camp. We pitched our tents, one for Michelle and me, one for the boys, one for Emma, who insisted on her own space at 13. Got our food properly stored, built a fire ring. First 2 days were perfect. Hiking, fishing, the kids getting along better than they had in months. Michelle and I actually relaxing. No work stress, no schedules, just being present. Tyler caught a huge trout on day 2. Lucas fell in the creek trying to catch tadpoles. Emma actually put down her journal and smiled. Normal family stuff, beautiful family stuff. Day 3, August 15th. That's when everything changed. I woke up around 3 a.m., not because of a sound, because of the absence of sound. The forest had been alive with noise every night. Crickets chirping, owls calling, small animals rustling through the undergrowth. That constant ambient sound you get in wilderness. But suddenly, it was completely silent, like someone had hit a mute button on the entire forest. I lay there in my sleeping bag, Michelle beside me still asleep. Heart starting to pound, even though I couldn't explain why. Just instinct. Primal instinct that something was wrong. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Heavy, Deliberate, slow, moving around our campsite in a wide circle. Not the quick patter of a deer, not the shuffling of a bear on 4 legs. This was bipedal, 2 legs, steady rhythm, but the weight was wrong. Too heavy, steps sinking too deep into the soft ground. I reached slowly for my flashlight and bear spray, kept both right next to my sleeping bag for exactly this kind of situation. Nudged Michelle awake. She startled. What? What's wrong? Shh. Something's outside, circling the camp. Her eyes went wide. Bear? I don't know. But stay quiet. The footsteps continued, methodical, patient, like whatever it was surveying the perimeter, checking us out, evaluating. I carefully unzipped our tent just a few inches, just enough to point the flashlight out. Clicked it on. The beam swept across the clearing and caught something at the tree line, maybe 20 meters away. And my blood turned to ice. It was massive, standing upright, had to be 8 feet tall, maybe more, covered in dark reddish-brown fur, broad shoulders, arms that hung past its knees, and its eyes caught in the flashlight beam, reflecting back with a yellowish glow, like animal eye shine, but at the wrong height, at human height, higher. Those eyes were looking directly at me, aware of me, watching me deliberately. I froze, finger on the bear spray trigger, but unable to move, unable to think, unable to process what I was seeing. The creature didn't move either. We locked eyes for what felt like an eternity, but was probably only 5 or 10 seconds. Then it turned, deliberately, calmly, and continued walking its circular patrol around our campsite, like I was irrelevant, like it had assessed me and decided I wasn't a threat. Paul? Michelle's voice was barely a whisper. What is that? What's out there? I don't know. Was that a bear? Tell me that was a bear. That wasn't a bear. Before I could say more, the creature stopped abruptly. Its head snapped toward a different direction, not toward our camp, toward something deeper in the forest. Its nostrils flared. I could see that even from 20 meters away. Its whole body tensed, posture shifting from casual patrol to alert. Ready. Then it made a sound that I will hear in my nightmares for the rest of my life. A roar, deep, guttural. So low it vibrated in my chest, not just sound, physical force. A warning that carried through the trees. The kids woke up screaming. Emma in her tent. Dad, what was that? Tyler and Lucas bursting out of their tent. Lucas crying, Tyler trying to be brave. Should we run? Dad, what do we do? Michelle grabbed my arm. Paul, we need to leave. Now, get the kids and... No. I don't know why I said it. Some instinct I couldn't explain. No. Everyone stay in your tents. Don't come out. Stay quiet. Nobody moves. Paul, are you insane? There's something out there. I know. But I don't think it's here for us. Everyone stay down. Stay quiet, trust me. The creature was moving now. Not toward us. Away from us. Toward the forest. Toward whatever it had heard or smelled or sensed. And then I heard it. A different sound. Lower, more familiar. A growl, a bear. I knew that sound. I'd heard it on previous camping trips. That was definitely a grizzly bear. Male. Aggressive. And then the chaos started. The sounds of impact. 2 massive bodies colliding. Roars from both. One otherworldly and deep, one definitely ursine. The crash of breaking branches. Trees shaking. The ground vibrating. They were fighting. Maybe 50 meters from our campsite. Close enough that I could hear every detail, every grunt, every collision, every scratch of claws on bark. Michelle was praying in Spanish, her native language, the language she always reverted to when she was terrified. Lucas was crying silently in Tyler's arms. trying so hard to be brave. Emma had crawled into our tent, pressed against Michelle's side. Tyler was the only one looking at me. "Dad, what's happening? What is that?" "I don't know, son, I don't know. But whatever it is, I think it's protecting us." The battle raged for what felt like an hour, but was probably only 2 or 3 minutes. The sounds were horrific, violent, primal, then suddenly silence. Complete silence. No more roaring, no more impacts. Nothing. I waited. Heart hammering. 1 minute, 2, 5. Finally, slowly, I unzipped the tent again, pointed the flashlight out. The clearing was empty. No movement, no sounds. But the smell. God, the smell. Musky, strong, primal, mixed with something metallic that I recognized immediately. Blood. It hung heavy in the air, proof that what we'd heard had been real, had been violent, had been close. "Is it gone?" Michelle whispered. "I think so." "What was it? Paul, what the hell was that?" "I don't know. But we're not sleeping anymore tonight. Everyone stay in the tents. Stay together. We wait for dawn." Nobody slept. We sat huddled together until the first light started filtering through the trees around 6 a.m. And then I did something that part of me knew was stupid. But I had to know. Had to see. "I'm going to check it out. See what happened." "Paul, no. I have to. We need to know if it's safe to move, to leave. Stay here with the kids. Keep them in the tents. If I'm not back in 20 minutes, use the satellite phone." I took the flashlight, even though it was getting light. Took the bear spray. Took my hunting knife. And I walked in the direction the sounds had come from. Maybe 60 meters from our campsite, I found it. The scene of the battle. Bushes were flattened, crushed, broken branches everywhere. Trees had claw marks gouged into them, deep scratches at 8, 9 feet high. Way too high for any normal animal. Dark stains on the ground, on rocks, on vegetation, blood, lots of it, and tracks. 2 distinct sets of tracks in the disturbed earth. The first set I recognized immediately. Bear, massive prints, grizzly, probably 800 pounds or more. I'd seen bear tracks before, knew them well. But the second set made me kneel down, made my hands shake. They were vaguely human-shaped, but enormous. I put my size 12 boot next to one for comparison. The print was at least 18 inches long, maybe more. 45 centimeters, 5 toes, like a human foot, but wider, deeper. The depth of the impression indicated incredible weight. And the stride pattern. Bipedal, 2-legged, walking upright. The spacing suggested something at least 8 feet tall. I followed the bear tracks. They headed north, irregular, staggered. The animal had been limping, fleeing. There was a blood trail. The bear had lost the fight, been driven off, wounded. The other tracks, the creature's tracks, led to the creek bank, and then just stopped. The creature had gone into the water, used the creek to hide its trail. I stood there at the water's edge, trying to process what I was seeing, what it meant. Something had fought that bear. Something bipedal, something massive, something that won, and that something had been circling our campsite before the fight, patrolling, guarding. It wasn't attacking us. It was protecting us. I walked back to camp in a daze. Michelle saw my face. "What did you find?" "We're leaving, now. Pack everything. We're hiking out today." "Paul, what did you see?" "I'll tell you later. Right now, we pack. Fast." It took us 2 hours to break camp, load everything, get the kids ready. Tyler kept asking questions. "Dad, what was out there? What happened?" "Later, Tyler. Right now, we just move." We hiked the 15 kilometers back to the main trail. Nobody spoke much. Even Lucas was quiet, sensing the fear in the adults. When we got to the ranger station, I stopped, told Michelle to wait with the kids. I need to report something. Bear activity. Aggressive bear in that area. People need to know. I went inside. Found the ranger on duty, an older man. Name tag said Dale. Afternoon. You folks coming back from Three Forks? Yeah, we had some bear activity. Aggressive. I wanted to report it. Dale's expression changed. What kind of activity? I described it carefully. Sounds of a bear fight. Tracks. Evidence of a large grizzly in the area. Dale listened. His face got paler as I talked. You said you camped at Three Forks Creek? The clearing by the water? Yes. That's what the ranger recommended 3 days ago. Said it was a good spot. What ranger? I don't remember his name. He was here, at this station, 3 days ago. Told us about the clearing. Dale looked confused. Sir, I'm the only ranger assigned to this station. Have been for 2 weeks, and I know everyone who works this region. Nobody should have recommended that location. My stomach dropped. What? But someone definitely. That area was closed 3 weeks ago. Posted warnings, closed due to bear activity. A family, the Hendersons from Montana, they were camping in that exact clearing. August 1st. He paused, looked at me carefully. The bear attacked their tent. Father and teenage son tried to fight it off. They didn't survive. Mother and daughter were found 2 days later. It was bad. The world tilted. Oh my God. We closed the area immediately. That grizzly established it as his territory. Extremely aggressive. Territorial. We've been trying to track and relocate him for weeks. Might have to put him down if we can't. 3 weeks ago, same clearing, same bear. If you encountered a bear there, yeah, almost certainly the same one. Same pattern, same behavior. My hands were shaking. That bear came for us last night. I heard it. It was close, really close. You're lucky to be alive. What happened? How did you escape? I hesitated. How could I explain? Something else was there. Something fought the bear, drove it off. I found the tracks this morning. The bear fled north, wounded. Dale stared at me. Something fought the bear? What do you mean, something? I don't know what it was, but it was big. Walked on 2 legs, left tracks, massive tracks. I saw it. My wife saw it. It was circling our camp. Then when the bear approached, it intervened, protected us. Dale was quiet for a long moment. Then, come with me. There's something you need to see. He led me to a back office, pulled open a file drawer. Unofficial files, notes scribbled on papers, reports that didn't fit official categories. These aren't official records, he said. Just things people have told me over the years. Things I couldn't put in the official system because... He paused. Because they don't make sense. He showed me page after page. Reports going back 15 years. Campers describing something large circling their sites at night. A presence that felt protective rather than threatening. A 2011 report. Family heard something fighting a cougar near their tent. Morning revealed cougar tracks, fleeing. Secker area and massive bipedal prints. Family unharmed. A 2016 report. Solo hiker lost for 3 days. Heard wood knocking sounds at night. Followed them, they led back to main trail. Someone or something guided him out. Patterns. Dozens of patterns. Mysterious interventions, protections, guidances. I've worked these forests for 30 years, Dale said quietly. And I've learned something. There's something out there. Maybe multiple somethings. And they seem to care about people in their territory. Why? Why would they protect us? I don't know. But you're not the first family to be saved by something that shouldn't exist. You're just the most recent. I drove my family back to Spokane in silence, processing, trying to make sense of the impossible. Tyler finally asked, "Dad, what was it? What saved us?" I looked at Michelle. She nodded. The kids deserved the truth. I think it was a Sasquatch. Bigfoot? Whatever you want to call it. Something that science says doesn't exist, but it does. And it protected us. Emma. From what? From a grizzly bear. The same bear that killed a family 3 weeks ago in that exact spot. It was coming for us, and something stopped it. Lucas, my 7-year-old, said something that still gives me chills. The big friend. I saw him too, in the trees, watching us, making sure we were safe. Michelle. Lucas, when did you? First night. I woke up to pee. Saw him in the trees. Big and furry. But he looked nice, not scary. So I went back to sleep. I thought he was like a forest guardian. From stories. My 7-year-old son had seen our protector and wasn't afraid. Had understood instinctively what it took me hours of evidence to accept. We were protected, chosen for protection, saved by something that had every reason to let nature take its course, but chose intervention instead. And I had no idea why, or what it meant, or what we were supposed to do with that knowledge. But I knew one thing: my family was alive because something impossible had decided we were worth saving. And that changed everything. We got home to Spokane on August 16th, 2019. Unpacked the car in silence. The kids went straight to their rooms. Michelle and I sat at the kitchen table. Just sat there, not talking, trying to process what had happened. Finally, she spoke. "Paul, we can't tell anyone this. They'll think we're insane." I know. The kids will tell their friends, Lucas especially. He's 7. He'll talk. I know. But Michelle, it happened. We all experienced it. We can't pretend it didn't. So what do? We remember, we be grateful, and we keep it quiet. At least for now. But I couldn't let it go. Couldn't stop thinking about it. Over the next weeks, I started researching. Everything I could find about Bigfoot, Sasquatch, cryptids, indigenous legends, the Pacific Northwest tribes, Salish, Lummi, Snohomish, dozens of others. They all had stories going back centuries. The Sasquatch, the wild man of the woods, the forest guardian. But what caught my attention were the specific stories. Not just about sightings, about protection. Stories of lost children being guided back to villages, of hunters being warned away from dangerous areas, of families being watched over during harsh winters. Stories I'd always dismissed as myth, cautionary tales, folklore. But now I'd lived one, experienced it firsthand. I found online forums, communities dedicated to Bigfoot research. Most of it was garbage. Obvious hoaxes, blurry photos, people seeking attention. But buried in there were accounts that matched mine, eerily similar. Something circled our camp all night. We thought it was a bear. Then a real bear showed up, and whatever was circling fought it off. We were lost, heard wood knocks guiding us, followed them back to the trail, never saw what was making the sounds. Mountain lion stalking our campsite. We saw it in the trees, then heard something massive charging. The lion fled. We caught a glimpse, bipedal, huge, watching us from the forest. Pattern after pattern. Protection, intervention, guardianship. I read everything. Downloaded reports. Made notes. Tried to understand. September 2019. Life slowly returned to normal. Tyler started his junior year of high school, more serious than before. asking questions about biology, ecology, wildlife behavior. Dad, if what we saw is real, and I know it was real, why doesn't science acknowledge it? Because science requires proof, repeatable evidence, specimens, and these beings don't want to be found. But we found them. They found us. They chose to reveal themselves. That's different. They control when and how they're seen. Emma had nightmares for weeks. Wouldn't sleep with her light off. I felt terrible. My choice of campsite had traumatized my daughter. But one night she came to me crying. Dad, I keep dreaming about that night. But not about being scared, about being protected. Like something was watching over us the whole time. Maybe it was, sweetheart. Maybe that's exactly what happened. Lucas, my 7-year-old, handled it best. Drew pictures constantly. The big friend, he called it, showed the creature watching over a family of stick figures. He's nice, Daddy. He protected us. Can we go say thank you? Maybe someday, buddy. Maybe someday. November 2019. I got a call from Dale, the ranger. Mr. Johnson, thought you'd want to know. We finally tracked that grizzly, the one from Three Forks. And found him about 40 miles north, badly injured. Deep wounds on his shoulders and face, infected. We had to put him down. He wouldn't have survived anyway. The wounds, what caused them? Long pause. Officially, another bear. Territory dispute. That's what the report says. And unofficially? Unofficially. I've never seen wounds like that. The spacing of the strikes, the depth, the precision. That wasn't a bear defending itself. That was something fighting with intelligence, with strategy, with purpose. So you believe me about what I saw. I've believed you since the day you told me. I just can't say it officially. But yeah, something protected your family. And it did so violently enough to kill a 900-pound grizzly bear. Thank you for telling me. Mr. Johnson, one more thing. Since that bear died, we haven't had a single incident in that area. It's like it's safe again. Like whatever was protecting it knows the threat is gone. I hung up feeling validated, but also more confused than ever. Why protect us? Why fight a grizzly to the death to save strangers? The months passed. My obsession grew. I joined the forums under a fake name, read everything, contributed occasionally, learned the terminology, the patterns, the theories. And I noticed something in the data. A correlation. Areas with frequent Bigfoot sightings had significantly lower bear attack rates than areas without sightings. Not perfect correlation, not causation, but suggestive. Like something was actively managing predator populations, protecting territory, keeping it safe for whom? For themselves? For the ecosystem? For occasional human visitors? 2020 brought the pandemic. Everything shut down. No camping, no travel, just lockdown. Family time in a different way. Tyler used the time to research. He was 17 now, thinking about college, about future. Dad, I want to study biology, wildlife conservation. I want to understand what we saw, scientifically. That's great, son. But be careful. Don't let one encounter define your whole life. It's not one encounter defining my life. It's one encounter showing me what matters. There are things out there we don't understand. Things worth protecting. That's what I want to do. Emma, 15 now, surprised me. Dad, I've been reading about environmental law. If those beings exist, they need legal protection. Someone needs to advocate for them. My kids were being shaped by that night, directed toward purposes I'd never expected. Lucas, now 9, kept his drawings, started a journal, recording the big friend, he called it. Childish but sincere. 2021. 2 years after the incident. Life was mostly normal, but I still thought about it daily, still checked the forums, still wondered. Then I made a decision. I needed to share, not for attention, not for validation, but to document, to contribute to the collective knowledge. I created an anonymous account, username, North Idaho Witness, and I wrote it all out, every detail, the patrol, the silence, the fight, the tracks. Dale's revelation about the Henderson family. Posted it in August 2021, exactly 2 years after the incident. The response was immediate and divided. Skeptics. Creative writing, nice story, but obviously fake. Believers. This matches dozens of other reports. Protective behavior's documented pattern. Arguments raged in the comments. People asking for photos, for coordinates, for proof I couldn't provide. I didn't engage much, just wanted it documented. Out there, part of the record. Then 3 days later, I got a private message from a user called Forest Service Retired. Mr. Johnson, I read your account with great interest. I worked for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in the Idaho-Montana region for 30 years. Retired now, following these forums quietly. I collected similar reports during my career. Dozens of them. A pattern I noticed but could never officially document. Bigfoot sighting areas correlate with reduced bear attack incidents. I've attached a graph. Bear attack statistics versus Bigfoot sighting reports over 40 years. The inverse correlation is significant. Areas with frequent sightings have 60% fewer bear attacks than expected. This isn't proof. Correlation isn't causation, but it's suggestive. My personal theory, and I could never publish this without destroying my credibility, is that these beings actively manage their territory. They protect it, not just from human intrusion, but from predator overpopulation. And occasionally, when humans enter their territory, they extend that protection to us. Perhaps because they view us as part of the ecosystem. Perhaps because protecting occasional humans reduces hunting pressure on them. Or perhaps, and this is the theory that would get me laughed out of any scientific conference, perhaps they simply have compassion. Perhaps they're ethical beings, with moral frameworks we don't understand but should respect. Your family was protected intentionally, deliberately, by something intelligent enough to assess threat, strong enough to neutralize it, and compassionate enough to intervene for strangers. That's not animal behavior. That's person behavior. Whatever you encountered isn't just a cryptid. It's a person, non-human, but person. Thank you for sharing your account. It adds to a body of evidence that deserves serious study but will likely never get it. Stay safe. Stay grateful. And if you ever encounter them again, show respect. I read that message 20 times, printed it out, showed it to Michelle. He's saying what I've been thinking, I told her. This wasn't random, wasn't instinct. It was choice, ethical choice. We were saved by something with morals. So what do we do with that knowledge? I don't know. But I know we can't ignore it. Can't pretend it didn't happen. August 2021, 2-year anniversary. We went camping again. Different area, safer location. But still Idaho, still wilderness. On our first night, I did something without telling anyone. Left an offering at the edge of camp. Fruit, jerky, water, and a note written on waterproof paper. Thank you to whatever protected us 2 years ago. We remember, we're grateful. This is our way of honoring what you did. We respect your territory. We respect you. Morning came. The offering was gone. Every bit of it. Could have been animals. Could have been raccoons or birds. But I chose to believe otherwise. Chose to believe something accepted our thanks. That became our new tradition. Every camping trip, every year, leave an offering. A thank you to the guardians we'd never see but knew were there. Tyler, now 19 and heading to University of Washington for biology, asked, "Dad, do you really think they take the offerings? Or are we just feeding wildlife? Does it matter? Either way, we're showing respect, showing gratitude. That's what matters." Emma, 17 and thinking about law school. "If I become an environmental lawyer, I could work on habitat protection, create legal frameworks that protect them without explicitly acknowledging they exist." Lucas, 11 now. "When I'm older, can I go back to Three Forks, see if they're still there?" "Maybe, buddy. When you're ready, when you understand what it means." December 2021. Tyler came home from college with an idea. "Dad, I want to go back to Three Forks next summer with recording equipment, scientific equipment. I want to document evidence." Michelle, immediately, "Absolutely not. It's too dangerous." "Mom, I'm 19. I've been camping my whole life, and I'm studying this scientifically now. I need to understand what saved us." I was torn, proud of his dedication, terrified of the risk. "If you go, you don't go alone. You take someone, and you stay in constant contact." "I will. I promise. This isn't about proving they exist. It's about understanding them, honoring them, learning from them." I looked at Michelle. She was scared, but also proud. Our son was becoming a man, driven by purpose we'd accidentally given him. "Okay, but careful, respectful, always respectful. Always, Dad. I promise." I had no idea what he'd find, what evidence he might capture, what truth he might uncover. But I knew one thing. Our family's connection to those beings wasn't over. It was just beginning. And whatever came next, we'd face it together. With gratitude, with respect, with understanding that we'd been given a gift. The gift of protection. The gift of proof that we're not alone. The gift of knowing that somewhere, in the wilderness, something watches over us. Something that chooses compassion over indifference. Something that fights for strangers. Something that deserves our eternal thanks. And we'd spend the rest of our lives honoring that. Summer 2023. Tyler came home from University of Washington with a plan and a duffel bag full of equipment. Audio recorders, trail cameras, thermal imaging equipment, GPS trackers. Everything he'd been saving for over 2 years of part-time jobs. "I'm going back to Three Forks," he announced at dinner. 3-week expedition, scientific documentation. My friend Marcus is coming. He's a biology major. Skeptic, perfect control for bias. Michelle put down her fork. "Tyler, no. That area is dangerous. You don't know what's out there." "I know exactly what's out there. Something that saved our family. I'm not going to hunt it or expose it. I'm going to document it. Respectfully. Ethically." I asked the question that mattered. "What will you do if you find evidence? Real evidence?" Tyler looked at me seriously. "That depends on what I find. But Dad, I promise, if it shows intelligence, consciousness, anything that proves these beings deserve protection, I won't share it publicly. I'll share it only with researchers who'll protect them, not exploit them." Emma, now 20, supported him. "I'm studying environmental law. If Tyler gets evidence, I can research how to create legal protections without requiring public proof. Habitat preservation, territory rights, there are ways." Lucas, 13 now, wanted to go too. "Please, Dad, I'm old enough. I can help." "No, buddy, not yet. When you're older, for now, let Tyler do this, safely." Michelle finally relented. 3 weeks, constant check-ins. Any danger, you leave immediately. Deal? Deal. July 2023. Tyler and Marcus hiked into Three Forks territory. They set up base camp 2 miles from where we camped in 2019. Safer distance, better tactical position for observation. Tyler called me the first night via satellite phone. We're here. Camp is secure. Setting up equipment tomorrow. I'll check in every 48 hours unless something urgent happens. Be careful, son. And remember, respect. Always respect. I know, Dad. I remember. Night 3, July 18th, 2023. Tyler's equipment triggered at 2:00 a.m. Motion sensor on remote microphone number 3. He woke to his laptop alerting, audio file recording automatically. The sounds, rhythmic knocking, wood on wood, 3 strikes, pause, 3 strikes, pause, pattern too regular for natural causes, too deliberate for random. Then, vocalization, deep frequency, below normal human hearing range, lasting 8-10 seconds. Marcus woke up. What is that? Tyler was already analyzing the waveform. I don't know, but it's not bear, not elk, not cougar, not anything I've studied. They listened to the playback, checked the other 3 microphones. All 4 had captured the same sounds from different positions. Using timestamps and triangulation, Tyler calculated the source. Point of origin, 400 meters north, near the creek bend. Same area where I'd found the tracks 4 years earlier. Marcus, the skeptic. Could be someone messing with us. Hoaxers. People know this area has Bigfoot stories. At 2 a.m. in closed territory, 15 kilometers from the nearest trailhead, that's dedicated hoaxing. So what do? We check it out, at first light, look for evidence. Dawn investigation. They hiked to the calculated location carefully. Bear spray ready, cameras ready. Found disturbed ground near the creek. Possible impressions in the soft earth, but degraded, hard to confirm. A tree with fresh scratches at 8-foot height. Could be bear, could be something else, and something Tyler didn't expect. An offering left on a flat rock. Fish, freshly caught, deliberately placed, still cold from the creek. Marcus stared at it. Someone's been here, recently. Left this. Why? Tyler remembered. Our family tradition, leaving offerings. Maybe someone else knows. Someone else is trying to communicate. Or, he paused, or they're leaving an offering for us. Reciprocation. You think that thing left us fish? I think something intelligent enough to protect humans might be. Intelligent enough to communicate through gifts. They left their own offering. Energy bars, dried fruit, water bottle, and a note. Thank you for protecting my family. August 2019. Paul Johnson's son Tyler. We remember, we respect you. They stayed for 2 more weeks. More audio recordings, more wood knocks. Thermal imaging captured heat signatures several times. Large, bipedal, keeping distance, but definitely watching them. On night 12, Tyler woke to sounds right at the edge of camp. He grabbed his flashlight, carefully unzipped the tent. 20 feet away, massive figure, partially visible in moonlight. Same one from the thermal images. Every instinct screamed, run. But Tyler remembered my advice. Stay calm, don't threaten. He spoke softly. I'm Tyler, Paul Johnson's son. You saved my family, 4 years ago. Right here. Thank you. The creature didn't move, just watched. Tyler continued. I'm studying biology. I want to understand you. Not to hurt, not to expose, just to learn, to respect, to protect. The creature made a sound, low vocalization, almost questioning. Then did something unexpected, pointed toward the forest, then back at Tyler, then made a dismissive gesture. Tyler interpreted, You want me to leave? The creature nodded, actually nodded. There's danger? Something's wrong? Another nod. Then the creature pointed more urgently toward Tyler's exit route. You're warning me. Something's coming. Something dangerous. Nod. Then the creature pointed at itself, then at the forest. Protective gesture. Meaning clear, I'll handle it. You leave, now. Tyler started packing immediately. Marcus woke up. What's happening? We're leaving, now. Something's wrong. Pack everything. As they finished packing, Tyler heard sounds in the distance. Voices, human voices, multiple people, approaching from the east, flashlight beams visible through trees. Tyler realized, hunters, poachers, enclosed territory, armed, probably tracking the creature. The creature had heard them coming long before Tyler could. Came to warn him, protect him, just like it had protected my family. They left quickly via different route. The creature vanished toward the approaching poachers. Tyler called park rangers from the trailhead. Illegal hunters in Three Forks area, heavily armed. I heard them. They're enclosed territory. Rangers responded. Later, Tyler learned. 3 men arrested. Illegal hunting, weapons confiscated, GPS tracking equipment and nets in their vehicle. They'd been trying to capture something, trying to catch proof of Bigfoot for profit. And the creature had protected Tyler from them, warned him, ensured his safety before dealing with a real threat. Tyler came home with evidence. Thermal footage showing bipedal heat signatures, audio recordings of vocalizations no expert could identify, notes detailing the warning, the protective behavior, the intelligence displayed. He showed me everything, sat at our kitchen table like when he was a kid, but now 20 years old, a man, a researcher, someone who'd experienced what I'd experienced. Dad, it protected me, just like it protected us. It came to warn me about the poachers, made sure I was safe before confronting them. I was crying, couldn't help it. Same behavior, same protective instinct. After 4 years, it remembered us, remembered protecting us. Or it just protects anyone in its territory. Either way, Dad, this is conscious choice. This is ethics. This is morality. Michelle asked the crucial question. What are you going to do with the evidence? Tyler was quiet for a long time. I have footage that would change everything. Proof of intelligence, of protective behavior, of communication. But if I release it, what happens? People come looking, hunting, trying to capture, study, exploit. These beings protected us twice. How do I repay that by exposing them? Emma spoke up. You don't release it publicly. You share it with trusted researchers only. Build a case for habitat protection without revealing what you're protecting. Create legal frameworks first. Then, maybe, someday, reveal the truth when protection is already in place. Tyler nodded. That's what I'm thinking. I met some retired researchers through forums. People who've been collecting evidence for decades. Keeping it private. Building a case slowly, ethically. I'll share with them. Add to the repository. Help build the case for protection, but I won't go public. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Because some truths are more important than the truth. Some beings deserve privacy more than we deserve proof. I was so proud I couldn't speak. My son understood, really understood. August 2023, 4-year anniversary. We went camping again, all 5 of us. Different location, but still Idaho wilderness. That night, Tyler set up a single audio recorder. Passive monitoring, just listening. We left our offering as always, fruit, fish, water, and Lucas, now 13, added his own note. Thank you for saving my family, for protecting Tyler, for watching over us. We'll always remember. We'll always be grateful. We'll always leave offerings. We promise. Morning came. Offerings gone. Every bit. And Tyler's recorder had captured something. Around 3 a.m., wood knocks, 3 strikes. Pause, 3 strikes, and a vocalization. Brief, clear, almost like acknowledgement, agreement, understanding. We sat around the campfire that night. All of us. Family. They know we're grateful, Emma said. They know we remember. They're communicating with us, Tyler added. In their way. Through sounds, through protection, through gifts. Lucas, do you think they have families, like us? Kids and parents? I thought about the creature fighting that grizzly. The ferocity, the determination, the absolute refusal to let harm come to us. Yes, buddy. I think they have families. And I think they protect their families the same way they protected ours, with everything they have. Michelle, who'd been quiet, finally spoke. We're connected to them now, aren't we? This isn't just a story we tell. This is relationship, across species, across worlds. She was right. We weren't just witnesses anymore. We were participants, connected to something ancient and intelligent and protective. December 2023. Tyler made his final decision. He contacted Dr. James Whitmore, retired wildlife biologist, maintained private database of Bigfoot evidence, shared everything, footage, audio, notes, personal testimony. Dr. Whitmore's response: Tyler, this is the clearest evidence I've seen in 40 years. The protective behavior, the warning, the intelligence. This proves consciousness, ethics, personhood. What should I do with it? Keep it safe, add it to the repository, share it only with researchers who'll protect them. And Tyler, thank you for understanding that proof isn't the goal. Protection is. Tyler joined their network, 6 retired researchers, all with similar evidence, all protecting the same secret, building a case slowly, for habitat preservation, for legal protection, for recognition without exploitation. Someday, maybe, the truth would come out. When protections were in place, when the world was ready, but not yet. Not while revelation meant danger. January 2024. Lucas asked me something I'd been dreading. Dad, when can I go? To Three Forks? I'm 13 now, old enough. Not yet, buddy. But Tyler went when he was 20. That's 7 years away. I know. But this isn't about age. It's about understanding, about responsibility, about knowing that what you see isn't yours to share. Can you carry that? That weight? Lucas thought about it, really thought. I think so. But I want to learn, want to prepare. Will you teach me? Yeah, buddy. I'll teach you. We all will. How to respect wilderness, how to read signs, how to leave no trace, how to honor what protects us. And when I'm ready, really ready, I can go. When you're ready, when we all agree you understand what it means, then yes, you can go say thank you. Personally. He hugged me. I'm going to be ready, Dad. I promise. I'm going to make them proud. Make you proud. You already do, son. You already do. Present day. Summer 2024. 5 years since that night. 5 years since something impossible saved our family. Tyler is 21 now. Continuing research. Building the case. Working with the network. Emma is 21, in law school, specializing in environmental protection law. Lucas is 14, learning, preparing, understanding what it means to be a guardian. And Michelle and I, we're just grateful. Every single day. For life, for family. For protection we didn't deserve, but received anyway. We still camp every August, still leave offerings, still listen for wood knocks. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes, we hear them. 3 strikes. Pause, 3 strikes. Acknowledgement, agreement, connection. We're not alone in the wilderness. We never have been. Something watches, something protects, something chooses compassion over indifference. And we honor that. With silence, with respect, with eternal gratitude. That's our pact, our family's sacred duty. Protect those who protected us. Guard the guardians. Keep the secret until the world is ready for the truth. And until then, just remember, just honor, just thank. That's enough. That's everything. August 2024, 5-year anniversary. We're camping again, all 5 of us together. Tyler home from college, Emma taking break from law school, Lucas, 14 now, helped plan everything. Different location than 2019. We've never gone back to Three Forks. That's their space. We respect that. First night, Tyler showed us his research. Maps, data, 40 years of patterns. Areas with Bigfoot sightings have 60% fewer bear attacks, 40% fewer mountain lion incidents. They're actively protecting their territory, including us. Emma added, I'm researching legal frameworks, habitat protection without specifying what we're protecting, wilderness preservation laws. It's possible. Lucas asked, "Do you think they know we're grateful? That we're trying to help them?" I looked at my son, still believing in the goodness he witnessed at 7. "Yes, buddy, I think they know. They're intelligent. They understand." We each wrote our own note that night. Personal thanks, promises, commitments. Left. Offerings as always. Fruit, fish, water. 5 handwritten notes. Morning came. The offerings were gone. Every item, every note. But something remained. 5 smooth river stones arranged in a circle. 1 for each of us. And scratched in the dirt. Safe, always. Protect family. Lucas saw it first. Started crying. They answered. They know we're grateful. We each took a stone. Carried them home. Physical proof of a promise. A pact. September 2024. Tyler's decision. Dead. The research group wants to publish. Create scientific interest. Justify habitat protection. My heart sank. Tyler. I said no. These beings trusted me, warned me, protected me. I won't betray that. Not for anything. Dr. Whitmore understood. Told me there are other families like us. Protected over the years. Some become guardians. Buy land near habitats. Monitor for poachers. Protect without revealing what they're protecting. That's what I want to do. After graduation, wildlife conservation. But, really, protecting them. Specifically them. I hugged my son. I'm proud of you. But this is a lifetime commitment. I know, Dad. This is what I'm meant to do. What we're all meant to do. October 2024. Emma's breakthrough. Dad, I found legal precedent. New Zealand granted personhood to a river. We could do that here. Grant rights to forest ecosystems. Protect entire territories without specifying what lives there. It'll take years, decades. But it's possible. Do it, I told her. However long it takes. This is your calling. November 2024. Lucas's gift. He presented a handmade book, leather-bound, illustrated with his drawings. The Guardian, a family story. Our entire experience, 2019 to present. Every detail, every encounter, written for our family, for future generations. When I finally go to Three Forks to say thank you in person, I'm bringing this, showing them they're part of our family story. Forever. Michelle cried. Lucas, this is perfect. I looked at my family, what we'd become. Not just witnesses, active protectors, guardians of the guardians. Present day, December 2024. 5 years since that night. My family has been transformed. Tyler dedicating his life to their protection. Emma building legal frameworks. Lucas documenting everything, preparing for his journey. Michelle and me, grateful every single day. My final confession. My name is Paul Johnson. I'm 48 years old. 5 years ago, something that shouldn't exist saved my family's lives. Protected us from a grizzly bear that had killed another family 3 weeks earlier. My son went back. Was warned about poachers. Protected again. Given message. Safe now. Go home. Protect family. We've spent 5 years honoring that. Leaving offerings, working to protect habitat, building legal cases, documenting history, not for fame, not for proof, for duty, for gratitude, for love. I have evidence. My son captured it. Enough to prove they exist, enough to change everything. But we're not sharing it. Not until protections are in place. Not until the world is ready. Some secrets are sacred. Some beings deserve privacy. Some truths cause more harm than good when revealed. We're guardians now, protecting beings that protect us, honoring beings that chose compassion. That's our family's purpose, our calling, our sacred duty. Every August, we return to wilderness. We leave offerings. We listen. And sometimes we hear response. Wood knocks. 3 strikes. Acknowledgement. That's enough. That's everything. We don't need to prove they exist. We just need to protect them, honor them, thank them. They gave us life. We give them secrecy. That's the pact. I'm Paul Johnson. My family was protected by forest guardians, and we'll guard them back for the rest of our lives. To whatever saved us, we remember, we honor, we protect. always. Safe, always. Protect family. Your words. Our mission. Forever.